Have you ever wondered what truly happens in a man's mind in that silent electric moment he first lays eyes on you? Forget the sweet nothings, the polite fiction they've been conditioned to tell you. I'm talking about the raw, unfiltered, primal code that fires through his brain before he even has a chance to think. Tonight, we're not just pulling back the curtain, we're ripping it to shreds. We are going deep into the male psyche to expose the secret biological roadmap his eyes follow every single time, a roadmap that ends with him being either mildly interested or completely, utterly captivated by your very presence. This isn't about changing yourself, it's about understanding the devastatingly powerful weapons you already possess. This is the forbidden knowledge. The stuff men talk about when you're not around, translated from their primal instinct into a language you can master. Knowing this is more than a superpower. It's like being given the cheat codes to the entire game of attraction. If you are brave enough to learn the unfiltered truth, make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications turned on right now, because we are not holding anything back and you don't want to miss a single secret. First, before he knows your name, your job, or a single thing about you, he plugs directly into your soul through your eyes. This is not poetry, it is primal strategy. That initial eye contact is a silent duel, a test of power and will. When your gaze meets, his brain isn't just seeing a color, it's downloading data at lightning speed. A glance that is held for a fraction of a second too long sends a jolt through his system. It's a challenge, an invitation into your world. His subconscious is asking, is she confident? Is she alive? Is she aware of her own power? When you meet his gaze without flinching, you are answering yes to all of the above. It's a display of dominance that he finds intoxicating. His mind starts to race, imagining what it would be like to be the focus of that intense, confident energy. But the real magic happens on a chemical level. When you're interested, your pupils involuntarily dilate. It's a biological truth. His primal brain, the one that operates on pure instinct, recognizes this subtle widening as a massive sign of reciprocal interest. It's like a silent, secret yes that you give him before a word is ever spoken. He feels it in his gut, a sudden surge of confidence, a green light to let his imagination run wild. He starts to build a fantasy around you, all born from that one moment of shared electric eye contact. You've opened the door, and now he is desperate to see what's inside. Once you've snared him with your eyes, his gaze will instinctively, magnetically drop to your lips. And let's be brutally honest, he's not just admiring your choice of lipstick. Your lips are the sensual focal point of your face. They are a promise. His brain is hardwired to see full, flushed lips as a peak sign of female health, vitality, and arousal. It's a biological echo from our ancestors, a signal that you are fertile and vibrant. When you offer a slow, genuine smile, it's not just a friendly gesture, it is the ultimate act of sensual invitation. It softens your features and tells his primal brain that you are not a threat, but a source of pleasure and warmth. He sees the smile, but his mind is on the kiss. He's imagining the texture of your lips, their softness, their taste. He's thinking about what it would feel like to close that small distance between you. A woman who is comfortable with her own smile, who lets it linger, is projecting a powerful sexual confidence. The way your top lip curves, the fullness of your bottom lip, these are details his mind is cataloging and fixating on. When you bite your lip, even for a second, or slowly trace it with your tongue, it's like pouring gasoline on the fire of his imagination. You are drawing his attention to this zone of pleasure, and his mind has no choice but to follow. Your lips speak a language of desire that is far more potent than any words you could ever say. They are the gateway to intimacy, and in that first moment, he is already fantasizing about being granted entry. From the intoxicating promise of your lips, his gaze will then sweep upwards to take in the frame of the masterpiece. Your hair is a raw sensory trigger. It is the ultimate symbol of your untamed femininity, and it taps directly into his primal desire to touch, to possess. He sees the shine, the health, the vitality, and his subconscious brain translates that into a story of a healthy, cared for woman. But it's the movement that truly mesmerizes him. The way your hair cascades over your shoulder when you turn, the way you unconsciously run your fingers through it, the way a single strand falls across your face, these are the moments that get seared into his memory. His hands are itching to do what your hands are doing. He imagines the silky texture, the weight of it, the unique scent that is yours alone. The scent of a woman's hair can be one of the most powerful aphrodisiacs in existence. A unique chemical signature that can drive him wild and create a memory that will haunt him for days. He imagines burying his face in your hair during a moment of passion, the way it would feel spread across a pillow. Your hair is not just an accessory, it is a living, breathing extension of your sensual energy. It's a signal of your wildness, your health, and your allure. It's the visual and olfactory promise of a deeply sensory experience with you. And it's a promise his primal brain is desperate to collect on. Now we arrive at the signal that bypasses his conscious thought entirely and speaks directly to the most ancient reptilian part of his brain. His eyes will scan down your body, not in a lecherous way, but in a biologically programmed assessment of your shape, your silhouette. He is looking for one thing above all else: your waist to hip ratio. This is pure, unapologetic biology. A defined waist that curves out to fuller hips is the single most powerful visual trigger of female fertility and health that exists. This hourglass shape is a universal code understood by men across every culture and every era of human history. It tells his ancient brain a story that you are healthy, that you are not currently pregnant, and that your body is biologically primed to bear healthy children. He is not thinking this, of course. He is feeling it. He feels an irresistible magnetic pull. The sway of your hips when you walk is not just a movement, it's a hypnotic rhythm that is designed by nature to captivate him. It accentuates this powerful ratio and locks his attention. This has absolutely nothing to do with being a certain size or weight. It is purely about the magic of the curve. This shape whispers to him of softness, of life, of sensuality, of a body designed for pleasure and creation. It is the ultimate expression of female form, and it taps into an instinct so deep within him that he is powerless to resist it. When he sees that curve, his brain is flooded with a primal cocktail of chemicals that scream one thing: her. It's a shape that promises everything, and his body understands that language perfectly. Finally, after his primal brain has been completely captivated by the big, powerful signals, his conscious mind comes back online and his gaze will settle on the final, delicate detail: your hands. Do not underestimate the seductive power of your hands. They are the storytellers. After his mind has been intoxicated by the fantasy of you, your hands provide the intimate details. Well cared for hands and nails signal that you are a woman who values herself, who pays attention to detail. But the real spice is in their movement. Your hands are the instruments of your grace. The way you delicately hold a wine glass, the way you gesture as you speak, the way you rest your chin on your knuckles, these are all clues to the nature of your touch. And believe me, he is thinking about your touch. He watches your hands and he imagines them on him. He imagines your fingers tracing a line on his arm, the back of your hand brushing against his cheek, your hands tangled in his hair. The way you touch yourself is the ultimate tease. When you slowly trail a finger down your own neck or rest a hand on your thigh, you are showing him exactly what you want, where you want to be touched. You are giving him a preview of the main event, and it is driving his imagination into overdrive. Your hands are the promise of a future intimacy. They signal whether your touch would be gentle or firm, tender or passionate. They are the final piece of the puzzle, the detail that turns a primal fantasy into a tangible, desperate desire to know you, to feel your touch, and to experience the reality of the incredible woman he has just discovered. So you see, this entire intricate dance happens in a matter of seconds. A silent conversation of biology and instinct. It begins with the challenge in your eyes, is warmed by the invitation of your smile, framed by the sensory promise of your hair, driven by the primal power of your curves, and sealed with the intimate suggestion of your hands. This isn't manipulation, it's fluency. It's learning to speak the native tongue of male attraction, a language you were born with but perhaps never fully understood. Now, with this knowledge, you are no longer just participating in the game, you are controlling the board, fully aware of the power behind every glance, every smile, and every gesture. Let's delve even deeper into the power of the eyes beyond that initial spark. That first connection is the key turning in the lock, but what follows is what keeps the door open. The way you use your eyes after that first contact creates a narrative of desire. There's the classic flirtatious glance. You look at him long enough for him to notice. You offer a slight, almost imperceptible smile, and then you slowly look away, as if sharing a secret only you two know. This simple act creates a private bubble. And it's against the world feeling, even in a crowded room. It's a game, and you've just invited him to play. Then there's the lingering look. This is more direct, more confident. You hold his gaze, letting the silence and the tension build. It's a non-verbal declaration of interest and confidence. In these moments, something incredible happens chemically. Sustained, intimate eye contact can trigger the release of oxytocin in the brain, the same hormone associated with bonding and connection. He literally starts to feel a chemical bond to you, a sense of trust and closeness simply from the way you are looking at him. You can also use your eyes to direct his attention. Letting your gaze drop from his eyes down to his lips and then back up is a classic, undeniably effective signal that you are thinking about kissing him. It plants the seed in his mind, and he will find it very difficult to think about anything else. Mastering the art of eye contact is about learning to communicate without words, to build a story of intimacy and desire, and to create a palpable tension that he will feel compelled to resolve by approaching you. Expanding on the smile and the lips, it's crucial to understand that not all smiles are created equal. His brain can subconsciously differentiate between a polite, social smile and a genuine smile of delight. The genuine smile, the Duchenne smile, is the one that involves the muscles around your eyes, making them crinkle at the corners. This is the smile that signals true happiness and warmth. It tells him that his presence or something he has done is genuinely bringing you joy, which is a massive ego boost and a powerful attractor. Beyond the smile itself, the health and care of your lips say more than you think. They are a focal point of vulnerability and sensuality. Having soft, moisturized lips suggests self-care and attention to your own pleasure, which is incredibly alluring. The cultural and historical power of lipstick, particularly red, is rooted in its ability to mimic this natural state of arousal. It's a deliberate enhancement of a biological signal, but you can also create this effect naturally. Proper hydration, a healthy diet, and even a little gentle exfoliation can make your lips look fuller and more vibrant. Furthermore, the way you use your mouth when you speak is part of the package. Speaking clearly and confidently without mumbling adds to the overall attractive image. The sound of your voice, combined with the visual of your lips forming the words, creates a multisensory experience that can be completely enchanting for him. Let's explore the power of your hair in more detail. While health is the foundational message, the style and movement of your hair communicates a whole other layer of your personality. Long, loose, flowing hair often speaks to a wilder, more carefree, and traditionally feminine spirit. It invites the fantasy of touch. But a chic, maintained short hairstyle can be equally, if not more powerful. It can signal immense confidence, sophistication, a woman who is bold and doesn't hide behind anything. It draws more attention to your neck, your jawline, and your eyes. The key, regardless of length, is movement and life. Hair that is stiff with product or looks unnatural is a subconscious turn-off. He wants to see hair that he can imagine touching. Playing with your hair is a form of preening a self, grooming behavior that signals you are aware of his attention and are subconsciously trying to look your best for him. When you casually twirl a strand around your finger while talking to him, you are creating a mesmerizing, almost hypnotic visual. You are also drawing attention to the texture and softness of your hair. The goal is to make your hair look touchable, healthy, and full of life. It should be a living, dynamic part of your overall presentation, a frame that enhances your beauty and communicates your unique personality, inviting him not just to look, but to imagine the sensory experience of getting closer, to truly appreciate the primal power of the waist to hip ratio. It's helpful to understand just how deep this programming runs. This isn't a preference created by modern media. Anthropologists have found ancient figurines and statues from thousands of years ago that depict women with this same exaggerated hourglass shape. It's a preference that is hardwired into the very fabric of the male brain. The beauty of this is that you can use fashion as a tool to honor and enhance this biological signal. High-waisted pants, skirts, or jeans are brilliant at creating a higher, more defined waistline. A-line dresses and skirts that cinch at the waist and then flare out create the perfect illusion of a lower waist to hip ratio regardless of your natural body type. Simply adding a belt to a dress or a long top can instantly transform your silhouette and send that powerful primal signal. It's about creating an optical illusion that celebrates the curve. And remember, the way you stand and move plays a huge role. Standing with one hip slightly cocked to the side or walking with a confident natural sway accentuates this curve and makes it more visually prominent. This isn't about faking anything. It's about understanding the art of presentation. It's about knowing what his brain is biologically programmed to find beautiful and using that knowledge to present yourself in the most powerful and confident light possible. It's your biological superpower. Learning how to wield it is the key. Finally, let's unpack the intricate language of your hands and gestures even further. The field of kinesics, the study of body language, tells us that our hands often reveal what our words conceal. Open gestures with palms visible communicate honesty and openness. Keeping your hands visible, perhaps resting on the table in front of you, signals confidence and a willingness to engage. Hiding your hands, in contrast, can be seen as nervous or untrustworthy. The power of initiating subtle touch with your hands cannot be overstated. A brief, light touch on his forearm as you laugh at his joke can create an instant jolt of connection and intimacy. It breaks the physical barrier in a safe, socially acceptable way and dramatically accelerates the feeling of closeness between you. Your hands also tell a story about your life. Are they the hands of an artist, a musician, a professional? While he may not consciously deduce your profession, your hands contribute to the overall picture of you. They are your agents in the world, the tools with which you create, communicate, and connect. By being mindful of them, by using them expressively and confidently, and by understanding their power to hint at a future touch, you turn them from simple appendages into powerful instruments of seduction and connection, completing the captivating story that began the very moment he first met your eyes. So I have to ask, which of these 5 points surprised you the most? Was it something you already knew, or did it unlock a new level of understanding for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I genuinely love reading them and hearing your experiences. And listen, if you enjoyed pulling back the curtain and learning the secrets of the male mind, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We are only just beginning to explore the depths of attraction and connection on this channel. Share this video with a girlfriend who needs to be reminded of her own incredible power. Until next time, own every signal you send and let them be captivated.